Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both important and often misunderstood: the risks of driving without a license. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't it obvious? You could get into an accident, hurt yourself or others, and face legal consequences. And you'd be right. But there's a lot more to it than that. In this video, we'll explore the full spectrum of risks associated with unlicensed driving. We'll talk about the legal ramifications, the financial burden, the potential for personal injury, and even the impact on your insurance premiums. We'll also debunk some common myths about driving without a license, like the idea that it's okay to do it on private property or that you can get away with it if you're a good driver. So, whether you're considering driving without a license yourself, or you know someone who is, this video is a must-watch. Stay tuned to learn everything you need to know about the risks involved and how to avoid them. Driving without a license is illegal in every country. It's a serious offense that can have significant consequences, both legal and financial. But what are the specific risks involved? Let's break it down. There are two main types of driver's license violations: driving without a valid license. This means you never had a license, or your license has expired, been revoked, or been suspended. Driving without proof of a license. This means you have a valid license, but you don't have it with you when you're driving. While forgetting your wallet might not land you in jail, driving with a suspended or invalid license is a much more serious offense. The penalties for driving without a license vary depending on the specific violation and your jurisdiction. However, they can include fines. These can range from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the severity of the offense and your driving history. License suspension or revocation. If you're caught driving without a valid license, your license may be suspended or revoked for a period of time. This can make it difficult to get to work, school, or other important places. Jail time. In some cases, driving without a license can result in jail time, especially if you have a history of driving offenses. Increased insurance premiums. If you're caught driving without a license, your insurance company may raise your premiums. This is because you're considered a higher-risk driver. Points on your driving record. Driving without a license will add points to your driving record. This can lead to higher insurance premiums and even license suspension or revocation. Beyond the legal and financial penalties, driving without a license also puts you and others at risk. Here are some additional risks to consider. Increased risk of accidents. Drivers without licenses are more likely to be involved in accidents. This is because they may not have the same level of driving experience and skill as licensed drivers. No insurance coverage. If you're caught driving without a license, your insurance company may not cover you in the event of an accident. This means you could be personally liable for any damages or injuries. Difficulty finding employment. Some employers may not hire drivers who have been caught driving without a license. Driving without a license is a serious offense with significant consequences. It's important to be aware of the risks involved and to always drive with a valid license. If you've lost your license or it's been suspended, take the necessary steps to get it reinstated as soon as possible. Don't take the risk of driving without a license. It's simply not worth it. Correctable offenses. Driving without a license isn't always a criminal offense. In some cases, it might be a correctable violation, meaning you can avoid penalties by taking certain actions. 1. Driving with an expired license. This is the most common correctable offense. If you forget to renew your license and get caught driving, you'll likely face a fine. However, you can usually avoid further penalties by simply renewing your license within a specific time frame. 2. Driving with a suspended license. This is a more serious offense, often resulting in fines and potential license suspension for a longer period. However, in some cases, you might be able to get your suspension lifted by attending a traffic school or completing a community service program. 3. Driving with a revoked license. This is the most severe correctable offense, often involving hefty fines, license suspension for an extended period, and even jail time. However, depending on the reason for the revocation, You might be able to get your license reinstated after completing a rehabilitation program or fulfilling other requirements. Intentional violations. Driving without a license can also be an intentional violation, meaning you knowingly choose to drive without a valid license. This is a serious offense with significant consequences. 1. Driving without ever obtaining a license. If you've never had a driver's license and get caught driving, you'll face hefty fines, license suspension, and potentially even jail time. You'll also need to complete a driver's education course and pass the required tests to obtain a license. 2. Driving with a license from another state. If you move to a new state, you're typically required to obtain a license from that state within a specific time frame. Driving with an out-of-state license after this period can result in fines and potential license suspension. 3. Driving with a fake or altered license. This is a serious crime that can lead to significant fines, jail time, and even criminal charges. It's never worth the risk to use a fake or altered license. Do you need a lawyer for your traffic ticket? If you've been cited for driving without a license, it's crucial to understand your rights and options. Depending on the circumstances, you might benefit from consulting with a traffic lawyer. A lawyer can help you navigate the legal system, understand the potential consequences, and fight for the best possible outcome in your case. Remember, driving without a license is a serious offense with potentially severe consequences. Always prioritize safety and obtain a valid license before getting behind the wheel.